Alright guys, walking into the shop this week here at JJP. So let's go talk to Bryan. I think I saw his truck in here. It hasn't been here in a while. One of the first few episodes you guys might remember that we used to do a lot of content on Bryan's 1500 Chevy. So let's take a look at it. All right, Bryan, what do you got for us today? What you working on?
My truck. I came back over to finish welding stuff. Bump stops, mainly bump stops and bedside supports. I did a bunch of my garage fab junk, you know, make it myself and then tack it in place and then bring it to the guy who's better than me to weld it, aka Zach. I hit that. How you doing?
So you've changed the truck since we've last seen it?
Yeah, a little bit. Made it blue.
Show us the bump stops.
The bump stops.
Show us the parts.
You know what bump stops look like? Yeah, just made some bump stop brackets, pads, hopefully save the shocks.
So this is what you added right here and over there?
Yeah, bedside mounts, taillight mount. The taillight's mounted this so I can keep the taillight without the bedsides.
Oh, sweet.
So I can run it with no bedsides because that's the plan. It looks cooler. Mess with people. And then, yeah, these bump stop mounts. Little battery tray mount. Finish that thing up in there. Dual Optimas go in there. Yeah, I have that little Chevy Tech dual battery tray. So it's gonna sit on top of there with a little billet, you know, fancy stuff because Jake made me buy one. I don't want one. They wouldn't let me return it. I tried to return it. It was out of my price range after I bought it, you know, I got buyer's remorse.
What's your projected finish date with this thing?
I mean, I don't know about the wrap because I can't make up my mind. I'm like my wife when it comes to that. But other than that, we just have exhaust left. I mean, just had a custom built drive shaft done, the 4L80s in, winter shifter, all that good stuff. So it's gated like winter shifter in there. I need to build a console at some point. Not to drive it, but to drive it a little more comfortable.
Yeah.
So I gotta build a console, but I think really I just want to get out there and start beating on it right now.
When's the last time you drove it? Like drove it as a trophy truck?
You gonna make me cry on camera?
Yeah.
That's a little, I don't really like this question. I drove it, shit, I don't know, it was like October last year.
Jeez.
I mean, it's been longer than that since I jumped it, because when I did I put this rear end in, because I bent my third 10 bolt, even with a truss on it. Jumping it on the street, apparently that's frowned upon, doesn't work very well on pavement with a little rear end. But after I did the big rear end, there wasn't really enough clearance for everything to work like it should, so I wasn't really jumping it. I was kind of ripping it around and playing in the dirt, but I wasn't really jumping it, so hopefully I can get back to, I mean, it's still a leaf sprung, so you know, I can't jump it like all the cool guys, but I can at least be cooler than most people in Cornelius, Lake Norman.
Great, dude. Thanks for checking in with us.
Bryan had to run off, go wrap some vehicles, but he left me here. We're gonna finish welding this up. We got a couple more bed supports to do. He got them tacked in. We're just helping him weld them and finish this thing up. But we got the bump stops done, tray, and you know, some front end stuff. But trying to get this thing on the road for him. It's been a long process. You know, he's building it on a budget and you know, doing as he can. So we're trying to help him out, finish welding this up, so we can get him rolling and you know, maybe take it to lunch or something.
What you think about that?
I think that's it, Bo. Mig for the money, Sig for the honeys. Yeah, so just gonna clean these out real quick. We got a little bit of, not a burr, but penetration that leaked through for the bump stop cans. So just sand them out, get the bump stops in there, throw the bed sides back on, and I think it's ready to go jump something. Yeah, so we're just gonna use this. I call them barrel sanders. I don't know, I'm sure there's a proper name for them, but they make them all different sizes from I think 1/2 inch to probably 2 inches or so. But it's I think the 60 grit barrel on there, 1.5 on 1.5. Just give it a round surfaces. You can get in here and clean up some of the, you know, the welding penetration that came through the metal. So we'll just clean that up, make it true again, and slide them bump stops right in.
been really cool to see this transformation in Bryan's truck now that we're actually building our own pre-runner with the 2023 1500, which is going to be supercharged or an LS crate motor. So to see these trucks sitting in the same shop, this one right here and the blue one over there, is actually pretty sweet. But we do have some updates on this pre-runner. The front valence actually just got painted and it looks pretty sweet. I believe he took the front fenders to be painted as well. You guys saw that we got the rear fenders painted up and it looks insane. And now this is the new piece that just got painted last week. It looks incredible right here and how that looks. They got taped up the headlights for fitment, but look at that. That looks insane. And then the front fenders will go right here like that and poke out just about as much as those rear fenders will. And they'll also be putting this push bar right here onto those mounts right there.
Okay, thank you.
What you got here?
Got the old brackets for the handrail we've been waiting on. Knock those out, knock them handrails out, and board them up.
Sweet.
Been waiting on them. We ordered them a couple weeks ago. They sent the wrong ones. We ordered the right ones again. They sent the wrong ones again. Hopefully these are the correct ones, you know?
Yeah.
So we'll find out.
What you got over here?
Got some wheels for a customer. They just come in. So I gotta get some tires mounted up on them. And it's for a 2024 Toyota Tundra.
Oh, sweet. Nice.
So if you've been following along, you know that we've created some billet options for the SwitchPros covers. Bryan went ahead and did kind of like a semi-polish on this one just to show how flush they mount to the surface. We did a couple custom colors for some of the homies over. They're going to the SandSport SuperShow. We got this flip-flop in purple for Kyle. This one's going to be in the KMC and Wheel Pros booth. Mikey did a gold. That one's already out over in Cali. We got a few tricks up our sleeve for Wilkie and the Trophy Bug.
I say welcome to my life, this the world premiere. I've been rapping since 14, they only third career. Love to smile in my face, but it's all veneers. I put my mama in the pride and my girl in tears. We've been together for some years, nowadays that's rare. See the models in the bottles, but they can't compare. It was lonely in the clouds, now we sunny and share. You put your finger on the map and I take you there.